Uh-oh. Hey, it's me, your pal Roland, here for another radio stream, live thing, whatever it is that I do for 2 hours at allman.net, where you are perhaps listening to this right now, but not necessarily. I just played Busted Head Racket. Buried Alive is the name of the song, and that's from their new record, Go Go Go, that they put out through Erste, Theke, Tontraeger, Anyway, the whole thing is really good, and you should listen to it. And hopefully this whole show will be really good. I don't know. Maybe there'll be less technical fuck-ups than last time, because I have another audio mixer to replace the one that was more troublesome than this one. This one's still kind of troublesome, but not so bad. So, not to blame it all on the mixer. A lot of it is due to human stupidity as well, i.e. me making mistakes. But that's the nature of live radio or something like that. So what I will have, a little echo, please, is, Bandcamp finds and lots of the old weird, wild, wacky stuff. Zach will pop by at the midway point for I'm Allowed, as he always does. And I have a whole set of songs themed around construction and prog show announcements. And I don't know. That might be it, but we'll see. So I'll get to more music relatively soon. I think I should play something by Pork Belly next. Lucky Start is what I have selected. It's taken from an EP of theirs. You could call it, I don't know. It says it's an EP on the Bandcamp page. Put out by Popular Affliction earlier this month, and I believe it was out before through another label, Discontinuous Innovation. So Lucky Start is the song, and the EP is called I'm Okay, You're Okay, Everything is Okay.
Good evening. Tonight I am going to sound like a drunk.
Sneaky pig. Now, sneaky pig. Sneaky pig. Sneaky pig. Sneaky pig.
Okay. Just played something by Zdrój. Motora check. I guess that's how you say it. From their new album, Koleiny, which was released by Fonoradar and SIF on April 5th. Other than the song being really good, there's a reason why I wanted to play that, and in particular, it's because they have been added to the next Amen concert, which is happening on this upcoming Wednesday, May 1st, along with Zdrój Koleiny, also from Poland, and that complements the existing or previously existing lineup of Shadow Show from the U.S., Noise, and Wise from here in Prague. So that'll be at Underdogs. That's one of 3 shows going on this month that I'm putting off. It might be the only shows I'm doing up until autumn, so come out. I think they'll all be good. I'll tell you about the other ones in more detail when I do the show announcements. Actually, speaking of upcoming stuff, Drahla, yeah, they're going to play on the show that I'm doing on the 15th with my band Alpha Strategy and our good friend Sinks. So I played by Drahla before Zdrój. The song was Grief in Phantasia from angeltape, their new album put out by Captured Tracks. Before that, UB's group Sneaky Pete from 1962 put out on a single by Warner Brothers. Also played the Hollywood Tornadoes, I should say, Tornadoes. The Hollywood Tornadoes with Moon Dawg, D-A-W-G, as in Sup Dog, Sup Moon Dawg. That also came out in 1962 through a label called Aertaun. And I started it with, as I mentioned, Pork Belly, Lucky Start, from I'm Okay, You're Okay, Everything Is Okay, released by Popular Affliction and Discontinuous Innovation, Inc. Alright, I'm going to play a song by the new Surfsiders next. This is a cover of the Beach Boys' Till I Die. This came out on a single in 2012 through Norton Records, and I suppose what's advantageous about this show often is that if you don't like what you're listening to, which might happen, fairly regularly, many of the songs that I play are quite short and often around the 2-minute mark. But in this case, it's actually clocking in at what is this? 1 minute and 18 seconds, and this is a real piece of work. There's a good chance that you may not like this at all, but I'm sure you'll at least find it amusing on some level. So, yeah. Here we go.
These things I'll be until I die. I'm a cork on the ocean, rolling over the raging sea. How deep is the ocean? How deep is the ocean? I lost my way, hey, hey, hey. I'm a rock on a landslide, rolling over the mountainside. How deep is the valley? How deep is the valley? It kills my soul, ho, ho, ho. I'm a leaf on a windy day. Pretty soon I'll be blown away. How deep will the wind blow? How deep will the wind blow? These things I'll be until I die. 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 These things I'll be.
That's a lot of damage. How about a little more?
Okay, yeah. Where am I? I gotta do some scrolling around here. Inadequately prepared. Okay. Alright. So, that was a song called Vitz, and was just recently put out by my friends in the band Bukti Musa. My friend Linda from Bukti Musa criticized my pronunciation of their name when I last seen them. When I seen them play at Zhizhkovska Nas in March. So I can only hope I'm doing it a little bit better. The name of their new release is, and also their first release, is Znehorshi Ho Vevnitij. And that's a self-released item. Before that, I played Added Dimensions Interruption, and that is from the Time Suck Hellbent EP, released on April 5th by means of the Domestic Departure label. And it says here on Bandcamp, Time Suck Hellbent is the first vinyl EP from Richmond, Virginia's Added Dimensions, the home recording project helmed by Sarah Everton of Blow Dryer and Telepathic, following a self-released, self-titled cassette released in 2022. And there's more. There's more you can read at the Bandcamp page. I'll post the link later. Before that, SORGE, new from them, I played the song As He Drafted, and it's taken from their 4-song EP that was put out on March 31st called Sorrow for Those Lost in the Gloom. And that, I believe, is also a self-released item. Played 45 Grave, before that a live recording from television. The song was Black Cross, and it appeared on the program New Wave Theater, which was hosted by the station KSCI, which I believe was like public access, and Rhino Video released a VHS of that, or at least it contained this and a bunch of other stuff. So the video from which I grabbed the audio is on YouTube. You can do a search and it should come up pretty quickly for 45 Grave Black Cross, and it's really cool. What else? Roland Stone. Before that, Lost Love, from a single put out by USA Records in 1959. And started it with, of course, the new Surfsiders, Til I Die, from a Norton Records single put out in 2012. I think it's about time to get to the show announcements. What do you say, J&H Productions guy?
Pertaining to show, I want the stars that's gonna be in the Coliseum, that's gonna make the people sway and rock and clap their hands to the beat and get up and dance in an area that will be big enough for them to do it in.
Yeah, so what's on the horizon for Prague for the next month, approximately, until the next Amen live stream, which is planning to do it on May 25th, so everything up until then, actually even one show after, just for the hell of it. So immediately, or the next thing of interest that I found through my very diligent digging, if I do say so myself, is Texto Print on April 30th. They'll be accompanied by Libor Stanek 2 and Krisny Octavia from Slovakia. That's like a collaborative set. And then also the third band being Lonely Shredder and the Heavy Smokers. That'll be at Palace Acropolis. As I mentioned earlier, May 1st, Amen presents Shadow Show Noise Wise Zdrój Strastau Koleiny at Underdogs. May 2nd, Jackrabbit's Palace and Mr. Pink and the Bad Thoughts at Campus Hybernska. May 3rd, it's going to be an action-packed week coming up. Villicet Roll Old Folks House and the Lazy Eyes at Cafe Valese. And, of course, because as I was talking to my friend Radim the other night at Bike Jesus, and he brought up this point without me even saying it, and it's the thing I complain about all the time, that you can go a whole week and then there's no good shows in Prague, and then all of a sudden people put 2 or 3 good things on the same night. So at least I know that there are 2 shows I would like to go to on May 3rd, and they're not geographically all that close to each other here in the city, so I'll have to figure out what I'm going to choose, or if I'm going to miss half of one or something. May 3rd as well, in addition to the previous show I just mentioned, the Conformists from the U.S. and Tizano from Spain at Eternia. May 8th, Underdogs presents at 007 Clans from Japan and Levag. Another Aman Presents thing, May 15th, Drahla Sinks and Alpha Strategy at Underdogs. May 19th, Horobo Pop and Oswaldovi at Campus High Bernska. And then the last of the 3 Aman concerts for this month, Atoll, Napeneck, and YS at Underdogs. And then, even though the next live stream will be on May 25th, just, because I can do it, it's my radio show. May 28th, Patole and Vita at Kashtan. So there you go. I'll post all that stuff later. And hopefully it'll even be in the next edition of Crotch, as you might have seen if you've seen it floating around or picked up your own copy. It did have the listed shows for April into May, as were known at the time of publication. So perhaps another instance of the On-Man show announcements will appear in the upcoming edition. I got to talk to Tycho and Sandra about that. So that's the shows. And I'm going to get going into more music to come. To immediately follow my lengthy rambling about Prague concerts. There's this really cool band that I followed for a while in Bordeaux, France, Le Plein Employé, which I believe translates to the full employment. And they put out a new EP just a few days ago, April 23rd. So the EP is called Rance Travail. And I'm going to play a song from that titled Bordeaux La Porche. It feels like there's something else I was going to say. I don't know. Anyway, they're really good. You can check out some of their older releases on Bandcamp too. They only have 10 people following on Facebook, and I don't understand why that is. But that's for somebody else to figure out. That's for social media geniuses to sort through, not people like me who don't really know much about anything. Here we go.
Don't hang around me anymore. There was a time, pretty baby, when I thought the world of you. I loved you with all my heart, dear. But you found somebody new. Don't hang around me anymore. Don't come knocking at my door. Your new love has put me down, so don't hang around me anymore. Now he had fancy cars and money, and he just took you for a ride. He broke your heart and left you, honey. Well, now I hope you're satisfied. Don't hang around me anymore. Don't come knocking at my door. Your new love has put you down, so don't hang around me anymore. Well, now he has gone and left you, and you are wanting sympathy. You had your fun and it's all over, so don't come crying back to me. Don't hang around me anymore. Don't come knocking at my door. Your new love has put you down, so don't hang around me anymore. Don't hang around me anymore.
Because I don't think I can get out of this thing worth a shit. Nobody can, so you know.
like a black hole, her hole, like a dirty box, her mouth, like a black hole, her hole, like a dirty box. She was naked and walked on her legs on the floor, her face had a pink mouth, she felt the cold. She was naked in the bathroom. She was naked in the bathroom.
That was Tiffany, the band Tiffany, with a song called Susie. And that's from a new album called I. And that's like I as in the letter and then I as in the body part. They're from Athens, Greece. You can check out the whole thing. It's a pretty interesting record at their Bandcamp page. Oh, what did I play before? Don Edwards and the Dukes, Fancy Nancy from 1957, put out by Singular. What else? The Revels, Conga Twist before that, from a 1962 single through Impact Records. Played Jimmy Ford, Don't Hang Around Me Anymore, sort of that rockabilly thing before. It's interesting. The Canadian lineup of Alpha Strategy and I, we did our last tour together. We practiced doing that, doing a cover of that pretty thoroughly. We just never ever played it. Anyway, that came out on Stylo Records in 1959. Before, started it with Le Plant Emploi, Bordeaux La Porche from Rance Travail. Recently released. And as the music suggests, it's time to talk to Zach Koons about the topics that matter most. Maybe not to you or I, maybe not even to him, but to somebody, I guess. And we tested out the Facebook Messenger voice call thing because last month it just did not work. So, all with you in mind. We're really trying our best here to give you an absolutely flawless radio program. So
I hope I keep my mailman called Mr. Mac away from Zach.
My name is Meg and I'm scared of Zach.
It's good that it's ringing. That's a good sign. Just hope he picks up. Oh, hey, Buster. It works.
Yeah. Wow.
Aren't we lucky?
Everyone's lucky. Guess what I'm in right now?
I don't know. A hot
tub? I'm in this pose in yoga called the plow pose.
Yeah.
Oh baby. Oh yeah. I'm plowing the field here.
Are you plowing or are you getting plowed? That's the question.
The pose is getting plowed by me.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing it correctly.
Okay. Well, I'll have to review the visual of it because I don't think I can envision it, and I don't know how well you can describe it because it's just kind of awkward.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
let's just face it.
Yeah. Okay.
I would just try to do it, but let's just face it. I'm not going to be able to do it.
You ever get
let's just be honest.
Sort of situation where somebody describes something that's kind of awkward to envision, and you just feel like you're going to say yes because you don't want to hear them continue just to get it out of the way. Yeah.
Or you just want to cut them off and say, "This isn't going to." I've cut people off before. That's for sure. I've just said, "Okay," or if they're like really, really going on about it. Sometimes I'll suffer through it, but a lot of times I'll just say I'm not going to be able to. I don't have the ability. I'm not going to be able to know what you're talking about. I've got to see it.
Yeah, my mind's
yeah.
eye isn't what it used to be, or maybe it never was.
Never was much to speak of.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question, Mayor. I've been wondering if you. I think it's time that the listeners learn a few things about the mayor.
Oh yeah, well, there's no reason why we can't go down that road. Yeah, we can have that as like a sub-segment of your segment. Ask the mayor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you ever done yoga? I was trying to imagine you doing yoga, and I couldn't do it.
I did do it once. I mean,
really?
just for one session only, because an ex-girlfriend of mine in Canada, who I'm still on good terms with, and even at that point we weren't seeing each other, she was going, and she said, I don't know if I asked about it, or if it was more like she just said, oh, if you want to go sometime, and I just thought, why not do it? Because it was one of these things that you could invite a friend just to go for like one session, and then they see if they like it. Yeah, so I did do it, and she said that she thought I fared pretty well at the time, that she thought I was more flexible than she expected. So I don't know if that was probably like 5 years ago, so I don't know if that would be the case now, but I did okay, surprisingly.
Was it in Canada? So I guess you went in Canada. How long have you lived in Europe now? Like, you've lived there for close to 5 years, no?
Yeah, it's a little over 5 years. I came over at the end of 2018. And then, like, I lived in Ukraine for a few months. Then we went on tour for a month. Then it was Berlin, then Krakow. Then I came here to Prague at the end of 2019, like late November. So it's almost 5 years, or it's like getting towards 5 years in Prague.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird.
The European.
Yeah, I guess so.
The European. Wow. Well, let me ask you this question.
Keep them coming.
Have you ever meditated? I was trying to imagine you meditating, and I just couldn't do it in my mind.
Yeah, that I have never done.
You think you ever will?
It's interesting because David Lynch talks about transcendental meditation and how it's really beneficial for the creative process. And I almost wonder if the sort of state, when you're falling asleep and you start thinking about all kinds of real wacky stuff just before you fully doze off, like sometimes you'll catch it if somebody wakes you up, or whatever, something kind of throws you out of the total slumber state.
Yeah, there's a name. There's a name for that. I actually forget the name, so I don't know why I mentioned it. But there is a name for what that is. Yes, okay. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, so I get the feeling if maybe you kind of tap into that in a more lucid sort of way. If I had to guess, I'm no expert on any of this stuff, but it almost seemed like that might be kind of tied.
You're definitely not an expert on meditation. That's a fact. Owing to the fact that you've never done it, that statement's definitely true.
Yeah, might as well get that out.
Let me ask you this question, Mayor. Have you ever read from cover to cover? Have you ever read a book of poetry? I'm just trying to think of you sitting down with a book of poetry, and I can't imagine it. It's not possible for me to imagine you doing that.
Well, this is another one that might be surprising. When I was 19, and I don't remember the name of the collection, but I purchased a book of Ezra Pound's poetry and read it. So,
oh wow!
But it's so long ago now that I don't remember the name. I don't have the book.
The Cantos or something, maybe.
It might have been. I don't know. Yeah, but trying to be open-minded or something at the time.
What did you think about it? What was your 19-year-old assessment of it?
It took me a while to really try and digest it, and that at the time I even recognized that it needed some work for me to fully comprehend the themes in the book. So it can be daunting. I think that if you're going to read poetry properly, then it's, in spite of them being short poems, if they're good poems, it's a lot to unpack and might even require some research into the subject matter. So it was humbling, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Wow.
I
Yeah,
mean,
was
sometimes
thinking
if it's a really corny love poem or something like that. But good poetry, I think, should have a lot to unpack. I think it is deceptive in its simplicity sometimes.
Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Let me ask you this question. Have you ever watched, or pardon me, have you watched a television show in its entirety
Ever?
in the last 5 years?
As in like a whole series.
The whole series.
Yeah.
Not just an episode, not just a season. The whole thing. The whole shebang from beginning to end.
I did, actually. Good. Well, not that anybody else knows what we were talking about before the show, but I have watched The Prisoner with an ex-girlfriend who was my girlfriend at the time the whole way through because like she was interested in it, and then yeah, we just like watched the whole thing or whatever during COVID. But more recently, when I was sort of dating a woman who doesn't live here, and she was here temporarily, so take from that what you will. We watched all of Fleabag, the English series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time watching. Imagine you watching Fleabag. I don't know why that's such an unusual thing for me to picture, but that's hard for me to imagine.
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was pretty entertaining, and you know,
Yeah.
it's like it had its darker elements too that like weren't expected when I picked up the show, I guess. So yeah, you know, had some curveballs in there that were pretty good. Thought it was well written. Yeah. Have you watched it?
Oh yeah, I liked it. I thought it was true. I watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
My schedule is like wake up at 4 a.m., work from about 4 a.m. to noon. I just finished work. Then I go on a 2 hour, a one and a half hour to 2 hour run. Then I go to the gym and usually get in the sauna, maybe do some weights, and then I usually am just and then I'll come home and write for about an hour, 1 to 2 hours. And then I'm usually so exhausted after that. The only thing I can really do is flip on the tube, baby.
Yeah.
Let's see what the tube has to say about it all.
I think at that point you've earned it.
Yeah. Oh man, I loved to watch TV when I was a kid. I was a TV junkie when I was a kid. I watched so much TV when I was a kid, and I still like. I sometimes. Honestly, some of the best memories of my entire life is me sitting and watching a TV alone. If I'm being totally honest, like I have so many good memories centered around me being my mom and my siblings, or my dad and my siblings being gone, and me just being home by myself, and me like watching a movie or watching the TV, and there being no one else around, the room being dark. They're just still some of my best memories of my life.
I had very similar memories, and I agree. Like I really enjoyed that too. For example, being sick from school and being able to go home and be there by myself and watching like The Price is Right or Jerry Springer, crap like that. Yeah, just like garbage daytime TV. Yeah, or like later on when I had like money and like at least a little bit, I'd walk up to the video store and could rent like a VHS tape and then go home and watch it, and I'd just be there by myself. And yeah, it was just it was nice. I've thought about that not too long ago, how that was a pretty pleasant memory in general.
Yeah, I was telling a lady friend of mine. She asked me what my best memory the best memory of my life is, and I took a day to think about it. I said, I'll hit you that tomorrow. I'm gonna put some sincere thought into that, and I came up with my answer was like I was like 10 or 11 years old, and I was visiting my dad, and he rented the movie Dances with Wolves, and I remember my dad made these variation of French fries he called butter fries, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's French frying. It's frying the the potatoes in butter instead of oil.
I bet that's pretty good.
Oh, it was terrific. Yeah, and he made this kind of special sauce to dip them in. And I remember us, like my dad and I, sitting in the living room eating these butter fries in easy chairs, and watching Dances with Wolves together. That's like that's what I came up with. I thought, oh, that's kind of pathetic. I've been all over the goddamn world and done so many things in my life, but that's it for me. That's the number one. Yeah. The most simple. Yeah, truly the most simple.
That's a very dad movie to rent too. Dances with Wolves.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I love that flick. I watched it again not too long ago. It held up in my book.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I didn't have any butter fries, but I like the part where the guy says, "It seems I pissed my pants." He blows his head off after he pisses his pants. I think that's wild.
Yeah.
Do you remember that part?
I do, now that you mention it. I'd completely forgotten about it until now. But
it seems I pissed my pants.
Yeah.
Just says it in a really let's see. I was just trying to think of things that I do every single day that I can't imagine you doing ever.
Yeah.
And it looks like I was pretty close to being right on. Like, I do yoga every day. I meditate every day. Pretty much I watch a TV show every day.
Yep.
Not every single day. I read poetry every day. What else? Yeah, I had another one. I had another one locked and loaded. Now I got lost in talking about Dance of the Wolves, and I lost it.
All thrown off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I always when I start to make my impassion. Have you ever been to a drum circle? This is not something I do every day, but this is something I got to know.
Yeah, if you did that every day, I'd be intrigued as to where the drum circle is. How many people go every day? No, I have never been to a drum circle. I can say.
If you went, would you drum?
I probably wouldn't. I would go to at least observe it. I think that it would be too intense for me to have never been to a drum circle before and then partake in it immediately. I would just need to see what the whole thing is. Maybe on the second go if I felt the need.
Have you ever tried to play a guitar solo?
Unfortunately, yes. And I don't do that anymore for the sake of anybody who might be listening. As in, not listening to this program. I guess maybe that's part of it, but more for like anybody who would be in ear range of me playing the guitar solo. So
shredding.
Yeah,
the shredder.
Trying to shred. Yeah,
trying to shred. Oh man, what do you think about the Doors?
I think musically they're interesting. I think Jim Morrison's a bit of a knob, but I can put up with him. Like most of the time, I think his lyrics a lot of the time are really pretty shallow and just like I don't really see.
Well, a lot of lyrics were. Go ahead.
Like a lot of people talk about his lyrics just being like out of this world or something, but I don't really see it. Maybe for the time, that's the only thing I could give him credit for. Maybe there was some sort of like, I guess it is more poetic than say like Rock Around the Clock or something like that. If you're talking about like especially popular American music, but. I don't know. I think
a lot of the lyrics were written by Robbie Krieger too.
Oh, okay.
Some of the really bad ones were written, like "Lover Madly," for example. Or a lot of the hits, "Light My Fire," that was written by Robbie Krieger.
Yeah.
I think a song like "The End" actually has pretty insane lyrics. I
especially given the period. Yeah, I mean that has some merit.
Have you ever listened to a Bob Dylan album?
I don't think I have. I've listened to like lots of Bob Dylan like not just popular singles, but like I have, I have on the computer the Ballad of Hollis Brown. Jeffrey Lee Pierce said it's one of the darkest songs ever written, and I'd have to agree with him.
Yeah, you ever heard David Lynch's cover of that song?
No, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's a weird cover. It's very good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that deserves investigation by the sounds of it.
Yeah. Who said that it was one of the darkest songs?
Jeffrey Lee Pierce.
Oh wow, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, the gun club guy.
Yeah, so it comes from good authority.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to imagine you listening to Highway 61 Revisited, and I couldn't do it. Or Blonde on Blonde.
Yeah,
Cover to cover. Those are not. Yeah, I don't really like those. Those albums are. I like Bob Dylan a lot, but I don't like the Bob Dylan albums from the '60s that are just like, just sound like talk about like goofy lyrics. I think a lot of those lyrics are pretty goofy. They're just kind of like, to me, a lot of them just sound like gibberish or word salad crap. You know?
Yeah, that's kind of what's kept me from him. I think is just that stuff a lot. I mean, I know he's pretty diverse overall, but that's pretty daunting to know where to start. Yeah,
I really like his like gospel material, like where he became a born again Christian in the late '70s, early '80s. I love those albums. They're really like intense fire and brimstone, kind of like an 1800s traveling preacher. Menacing, sinister songs. I really like him a lot. I like a lot of his 80s. I actually like a lot of his 80s stuff. That's usually considered like his weakest decade, but I think he has a song in the late 80s called "The Man in the Long Black Coat" that I honestly I think that song could be a gun club song.
Huh, okay.
How
is his stuff production-wise from the 80s? Is it like real cheese or?
Yeah, there's some cheese. Yeah, there's definitely like some there's some like backup girl singers.
Oh.
there's some synth, but he has an album from the album that The Man in the Long Black Coat is it's produced by Daniel Lanois, who generally does good production work.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's worked with like, I don't know, he's worked with some people who aren't that great, but his production work is usually pretty interesting and has kind of like a shimmering, ethereal quality to it. It's so that album in general is very good. It has some of my favorite Dylan songs in general. I think that's about all the questions I can think of here.
Okay.
Ask the Mayor. I think Ask the Mayor is pretty well finished for today. For this session.
Yeah. We'll get up to it
I'll
again
come
next
up with
month.
Some new one. 20 minutes. We have 20 minutes. We went 20 minutes into the Ask the Mayor segment. How about that?
It's starting to get pretty sweaty here, little nerves and all that stuff.
Yeah.
On the hot seat.
Yeah, doing that thing where you pull the collar of your shirt.
Oh yeah. Oh, my shirt is entirely just stretched and hanging right off me right now. So so much of that. Yeah.
Oh well, all right, Mayor. And until the next time. Thanks for answering all the listeners' questions. People have been sending those in to me
Furiously.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I just had to pick the cream of the crop there.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the interest from you and all the people out in Radioland, you know.
Yeah, inquiring minds, as I say.
Indeed.
Well, my friend, thanks for having me on as always, and as you well know, I'll be seeing you.
You bet. I'll be seeing you, buddy.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Don't turn your back on Zach. Watch out for Zach. Wee, wee, wobble.
Well, I reckon it's about time to get into the promised construction set. So I'll start it with Ray Hudson and the Western Rhythmaires. Jackhammer is the song from 1963 put out by Dixie Records.
Worried about my baby and I ain't got no place to go. I'm gonna dig myself a hole, move down underground. Well, when I come up, there won't be no wall around. Well, I've got my questionnaire, I got my class card too. Worried about my baby and I don't know just what to do. I'm gonna dig myself a hole, move down underground. Well, when I come up, there won't be no wall around. Well, they taking me down to the river and across the deep blue sea. My baby standing there wondering what's to become of me. I'm gonna dig myself a hole, move down underground. Well, when I come up, there won't be no walls around. To leave my baby with her arm folded up and crying. That's why I believe that I'm gonna have to change my mind. I'm gonna dig myself a hole, move down underground. Well, when I come up, there won't be no walls around. Well, I got no one to love me. Yes, I'm all alone. Give up my baby and my happy home. I'm gonna dig myself a hole, move down underground. Well, when I come up, there won't be no walls around.
Today I'll get no pay, got the bricklaying blues. The work last Monday, 'twas the same old tale. The boss man said we're out of material. I got the bricklaying blues. The bricklaying blues. From Monday morning till Friday night, got the bricklaying blues. Need a new car, but the notes are hard to meet. When I can't get 40 hours a week, I got the bricklaying blues. The bricklaying blues. It's a raining today, that means no pay, got the bricklaying blues. I work like I should. I make lots of money and I feel so good. Then winter comes around and the snow begins to fall. Bills piled up and I'm back in the hole. Got the bricklaying blues. The bricklaying blues. Year in and year out, it's the same old route. Got the bricklaying blues. It's a raining today, I'll get no pay. Got the bricklaying blues. Got the bricklaying blues.
Stop the hammering out there. Who's got a hammer? Where is it?
I don't know.
Where's the hammer? Is it on the... Go up on the other floor. Somebody go up there and stop the hammering. Stop the hammering. Call fucking Phil Griffin. I don't care who the fuck you have to call. Stop the hammering. Empty out the goddamn control room and find out where this is going on. It's either there or out there somewhere. Fucking out of control shit.
Say, man, what's that guy drinking?
Well, that's a screwdriver.
And that is the construction effect, which the last song, Screwdriver, that I just played, is about the drink, the screwdriver, not the tool, the screwdriver, but whatever. That's as close as you're going to get. That was by Michael and the Jesters. Came out on the Minasa label, I guess that's how you say that. Also played Moon Mulligan, Pipeliners Blues from 1952 through King Records. The GC's Buzzsaw Twist, one of the greats, put out by Crest Records in 1961. Hal Cass, Brick Lane Blues. I cannot get enough of that song. It's the silliest thing. I've talked about Hal Cass before. I mean, there's only so much you can say about him, but he was a bricklayer, so he can sing the Brick Lane Blues. It came out through Grimrock Records. I played Robert Jr. Lockwood before that. I'm going to dig myself a hole from a Mercury release in 1951, a shellac single, I guess you could say, and started it with Ray Hudson and the Western Rhythmaires, Jackhammer, put out by Dixie Records in 1963. Actually, the B-side of that, or the flip side, I guess, I don't know which is the A and which is the B, is also really good. Here I Am Drunk Again. I don't know if I've played that yet, but I can play it later, I should. Okay, so I'm going to get through one more set of songs, and then I have something pretty cool for the very ending, which is a bit of a deviation from, kind of a deviation from what I normally play, but anyway. But even what's up immediately next is pretty cool too. I just found this yesterday. Diode is the band, and the song I chose from their new album 2 is called Fear, and this is put out by Under the Gun Records. I'll get to this quickly because I don't have too much time before the top of the hour, and I need to get out of here. So here we go.
When I was a young boy on my way to school, I fell in love with a little girl, and the feeling is oh so deep. To ditch all my classes just to watch her in her room. She didn't know that my heart was lonely, and the feeling is oh so deep. I'm a little older, long for her kiss. She doesn't even know I still exist, and the feeling is whoa, so deep.
Had to get some tears before the end of the show. And those tears came courtesy of Vernon Green and the Medallions, Deep So Deep, from a single put out by Pan World in 1962. I played the Rangers before that, Mogul Monster from 1964 on Challenge Records. Keeping it with the monster theme, Goblin Daycare from Turkey before that, Liar Liar. Their new single on Bandcamp, they got a video for it too, it's kind of fun. Yeah, that's the single's out on Dead Strange. And I think they have a full-length album coming up too, if I read that correctly. Started with Dio, Fear from 2, put out by Under the Gun. I guess maybe just a few short days ago. Got one more thing coming up to round out the program, and that'll be it for this month. I'll have the replay up pretty soon, hopefully later tonight, and that'll include the Bandcamp links and Prague show announcements, all the stuff you know and love about Amen.net. So the thing that I've been mentioning, alluding to, but not spilling the beans on, is this really cool, like 8.5 minute long song by Escarita called Sinner Man. Actually, it's closer to 9 minutes. And this is taken from a release by Norton Records from 2012 called Sinner Man, The Lost Session. And some notes, it says, previously unissued selections from a long lost session recorded in New York City, June 23rd, 1966. So it's just something they managed to get their hands on, and then here we are. There's also an alternate take of Sinner Man on this too, which is like a traditional quasi-religious sort of deal. But yeah, Escarita just tears it up. It's wild. So I figured I'd leave that to the very end. Kind of getting back to the thing I mentioned earlier in the show, that if you don't like something you're listening to on here most of the time, if you just wait a minute or two, it's going to be over anyway. So while I'm confident this is going to be of interest to people who listen to the show, or some of them anyway, it's at the end of the show, so if you don't like it, just stop listening at that point. So anyway, thanks for downloading or streaming or doing whatever you do. Again, the whole thing's on a bunch of podcasting services: Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, whatever else. All the links to that stuff are at amen.net. There's the Facebook page, there's the Instagram page, all that. I don't know. But I just appreciate the fact that people somewhere listen to it. I get surprised sometimes when people tell me that they do. So I'll keep it going, I guess. Anyway, here's Escarita. Thanks again. Bye.
send down our love, send down power, send down our love, send down our love. You ever been to revival meeting? You never been to one, you in one right now. He will hear us, Lord, and be near us, Lord. We'll be given, Lord, bread from heaven, Lord. Come and meet the Lord, they're much sweeter, Lord. When you stop singing, Lord, big bells ringing, Lord. Tell the story, Lord, of His glory, Lord. It will warn me, Lord. It will turn me, Lord. Sinners turning, Lord. Converts yearning, Lord. Christians learning, Lord. Fire burning, Lord. Candidates marching, Lord. Candidates marching, Lord. Candidates marching, Lord. Candidates marching, Lord. Candidates, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. They'll be watching, Lord. They'll be watching, Lord. Coming up shouting, Lord. Coming up shouting, Lord. Nobody doubting, Lord. Nobody doubting, Lord. I said now, hey now, cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Cinnamon, where you gonna run to now? Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Lord, on that day, I cry power. Power, Lord. Power. Power, Lord. Send down. Power, Lord. Send down. Power, Lord. Send down power. Send down power. Send down power. Send down power. Power, Lord. Power, Lord. Oh, power, Lord. Power, Lord. Power, Lord. Power, Lord. Oh, the revival meeting is long today. Power, Lord. Power, Lord. Power, Lord. Power, Lord. Man, man, man. Power, Lord, 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 power, Lord. I want this thing. Power, Lord, power, Lord, power, Lord, power, Lord.
Look after yourself, as they always say, because no one else will.
Let us get the fuck out of here.
Be seeing you.
And you.